mentioned are too much focusing on the definition, the venue where the acts are happening, or who is doing that? Be it a member, not a member of the United Nations, the location, the spatial data, but still facts are there. Then, what happened and led to the failure of prevention of genocide, the case study or the case of Rwanda? What happened? Because this concept happened before 1994 genocide, that never again discussion, high table meetings, and we came up with never again concept. But what happened to how that we failed to protect, to prevent, to mitigate genocide? Now, I'm quoting Korosi, the president, during the International Day of Reflection on the 1994 genocide against Tutsi in Rwanda, that was on 14th April 2023, I quote, "Rwanda have been a nation that took toward a better future. May we in the General Assembly, do the same for joining the process that the Rwandans, once united, decided just to build the country together. Let us not shy away from our responsibilities." And the same responsibilities was discussed here. "Let us remain committed to uphold the rights of every individual and address the drivers of hate speech. Online and offline." You see the hate speech being populated, trending, Twitter, social media, and no one is there just to hold people accountable. Let us stand firm against any form of discrimination. Given all that we see around us in 2023, this is our duty. He mentioned. And let us be sincere. This is our choice. This is our choice to prevent, to mitigate. Because once we fail to mitigate, to prevent, once genocide is there, this is a crime against humanity, not just small, not that small targeted group, against humanity. End of quote. Another take on my note I decided to share with you is from the aftermath of genocide. 1994 genocide against Tutsi. Secretary General of the United Nations was assigned, was requested to appoint the independent reviewers to go and assess, to go on the ground in Rwanda. And from there, the mission was expecting to gather what happened or what was there that led us to fail again to prevent genocide in Rwanda. Allow me to mention just three, but few of the reviewers. One is Harrison, former Prime Minister of Sweden. Second was Hang San, former Foreign Minister of the Republic of Korea. And the third on the list, Lieutenant General corporate from Nigeria. And the reviewers came up with a report. The report was shared back to Secretary General and to the Assembly. And I decided just to select 3 of the facts that were shared part of the report. The first one on the checklist. Never again failed in the case of Rwanda because we United Nations, we failed to mitigate and stop the genocide. Now people will tend to say, same old story. We failed. But into context, let me take you to Kwibuka29. I was born in Kwibuka29, right? Now, in Eto Kwibuka29, now Eto stands for École Technique Officielle. This is a school, famous one. Like in any other sites during the genocide, about 4,000 people had sought refugee, believing that UN troops would be able to protect them. They were convinced that UN forces will protect them. There were killers outside who were surrounded by the killers. The Indian army, the soldier, armed groups surrounded them. Now, on 11th of April, 1994, after the expatriates in Eto, the same school, had been evacuated by the French troops, the Belgian contingent from the school decided to pack their businesses, logistics, and their staff, leaving behind men and women and children. Remember, on the checklist, the first highlighted point is we failed to prevent. We failed. Now, people are surrounded with only one mission to kill the victims, and you are the one supposed to protect them, and you are on the ground. On 11th April. Now, just to sum up, many of whom were slaughtered, raped before being killed, on their unimaginable torture movement from school. We are heading to the roundabout, Solatibe Noro. You know the venue very well. And from the roundabout up to Nyanza, the memorial site, people are being slaughtered, people are being raped, people are being killed. And among the people killed there, among the people arrested there in the memorial site, my father, my mother, sisters and brothers, relatives, friends, neighbors. And remember, the idea was, we see United Nations, we see the forces, we see them with the ability and logistics to protect people, but yet people are failing. Number 2 on the list, failure to protect peacekeepers. This is another right example. Peacekeepers guarding the Prime Minister during the period were in trouble. Too much correspondences in and out. Offices, local correspondence being sent to the office, the headquarters. The feedbacks are coming, people are discussing backstage. But still, the peacekeepers are in trouble. The civilians are in trouble. The leaders are in trouble. Sufficiently decisive action was not taken by UN to determine what happened, what had happened, and to prevent the killings. Now from there, from the side, Rwandans, people around the world, we commend and we honor the life of those killed while protecting civilians, while stopping genocide. And their legacy will be celebrated today, is being celebrated, but will be celebrated in the future. But from here, we also need to share with the young generation, the future generation, the future of all of us. This is a good example to be considered. You are looking for the people to follow. You are looking for the good acts to copy. This is among the good acts that you can copy. That is a good education you can give to our future generation. Where people, you see a group of people, small group of people, speaking out and stopping the hate speech and the act of killing. Number 3 on the list, last but not least, failure to protect civilians. During the early days of genocide, thousands were gathered in different places, including the Toki Chukiro, but also at Stade Amahoro Stadium. The idea in the mind of civilians or the victims, they were looking for that ability, the capacities of the UN to protect them. Unfortunately, there is evidence that the trust placed in the UN forces and UN mission by civilians left them in a situation of greater risk when the troops withdraw that they would have been otherwise. Abaturage, Abatutsi binjiye muri ETO, ubu yitwa IPRC, and people have hope that the forces available from the United Nations with their logistics will protect them. But there is much association with that. Having that trust in someone, in the United Nations troops, and they fail to protect them, exposed them to further risks compared to those who never considered them as protectors before. Just to mention but few, I will invite you to read the report. Link will be shared, MC will share with you. But the report from the independent reviewers appointed by United Nations highlights more than 20 facts that are coming from the ground, from Rwanda, that will confirm that we failed. United Nations failed with the concept of never again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude my remarks by once again inviting all of us to consider this call. All of us to consider this call, to join hand in hand, to promote peace, sustainable stability, unity, to fight genocide ideology that is being populated around the world and being ignored because of who is doing what, and to also fight and stop the hate speech and violence, to actively hold accountable hold accountable the divisionism and genocide denial. Hand in hand, we join the process, we stop the genocide ideology, divisionism, hate speech, but also to make sure we hold accountable those involved in this process. When? Thank you, Doctor. Now. Not tomorrow. Let's continue to unite, to remember, and to renew. Before I conclude, allow me just 2 minutes to very quickly share some explanation in Kinyarwanda. Selemani ni umuturage wa Kicukiro, umwarimu wa kaminuza. Nari nasabwe cyangwa se nagize amahirwe, nagiriwe ubuntu bwo gutanga igice cyanjye cyangwa se uruhare rwanjye mu gusobanura ibigaragaza ko UN cyangwa se gahunda ya Never Again Genocide yatsinzwe mu Rwanda, ariko twagize amahirwe mwarimu wanjye Dr. abivuga neza ko hari n'ibindi bikorwa biri mu kuganisha kuri jenoside kandi turebera cyangwa se United Nations irebera. Ntanga inzira y'umusaraba cyangwa se mbibutsa inzira y'umusaraba nyuma y'uko UN forces zivuye muri IPRC, ubu niko yitwa Eto Kicukiro, bagasiga abatutsi bigaragara ko bagiye kwicwa. Nanasobanuye bigaragara gute, biremewe tuze kujya inama cyangwa se utabyumva gutya ashobora kumbaza biremewe, ariko abishi interahamwe abasirikare bari hanze twarabareba, aho twarebaga nabo baraharebaga. Ntabwo byasabaga binoculars, ntabwo byasabaga indeba kure kugira ngo abantu babone ko abantu bari hanze bagiye kwica barimo muri Eto Kicukiro. Abafite ubushobozi bwo kurinda n'abafite inshingano zo kurinda abo bantu ari UN troops twavugaga, bafata umwanzuro wo gusiga abatutsi muri IPRC cyangwa muri Leta. Inzira y'umusaraba yo gusohokamo hariya kugera Sonatide, kuva Sonatide kuzagera i Nyanza, nahisemo kuyita inzira y'umusaraba kubera ko ibirimo hagati aho ngaho you can name it. Ariko na nyuma y'uko bahageze abantu bishwe, nahisemo ingero eshatu zonyine. Ubwa kabiri navuze yuko hari n'abakozi babo UN forces tubazi se bari barinze kwa Premier Ministre, ariko n'ahandi barinda bicwa bagenzi babo babizi ko bari mu kaga. Abantu baganira online, bajya inama, bafata imyanzuro, ndarebgira gutya kanaka agira gutya. But that process yatabaye kubera ko byarangiye bapfa. Natanze urundi rugero rero rw'abo abasivili cyangwa se abatutsi bahungiraga mu bice bitandukanye, harimo na Stade Amahoro, harimo abafite ubwo buhanga kumurusha. Soreza ku gice kivuga ngo ni iki cyo gukora nyuma y'uko Never Again ibayeho, nyuma y'uko itsinzwe inshuro nyinshi, nyuma y'uko tubona n'ibikorwa bitandukanye bibaho ku isi. Rekomandasiyo cyangwa se inama itangwa n'aba reviewers baravuga bati byiza nuko twebwe twese tuza kugira uruhare, tuza gushyira itafari ryacu muri uru rugendo rwo guhagarika ibikorwa byose ingengabitekerezo iganisha kuri jenoside. Ububi bwa jenoside sindi ubusobanure kubera ko turabuzi, ariko turasabwa ko twese dufatanya urunana tuza kujya muri uyu mugambi wo guhagarika ibi bikorwa. Thank you once again. Allow me once again to commend your support, your resilience, your ability, and your courage to educate the future generation and play a role in this process of Never Again Genocide. God bless you. Tukomeze tukibuke twiyubaka. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hawi for your speech. It is true that never again is not enough, and we stand with you as you remember your parents, your loved ones, and your relatives. We thank you because it is a reminder that we need to do more than just say never again. And we hope that this event today, as we remember, is just a small step towards that. We're going to take a short break and take some refreshments outside, and we'll be back to continue with our event. Thank you.